It's okay.
Okay.
Welcome to the Talkin Trash Addiction Recovery Podcast. We suffered in silence. Now we recover out loud.
Good evening. Welcome to the Channel 4 6 o'clock news at 11. I'm your anchor, Victor's Pants. Get it?
No, I don't.
Coming to you live from the Jot 'em Down, Texas, y'all. Waffle House and Ferret Farm. Today's top story, we are following. Newsflash, toilet stolen from the police station. Detectives have nothing to go on. Good evening, Talkin Trashers.
God.
Welcome to episode 234. We have a very special returning guest. We have Elizabeth McKeon, and she is a PMHNP psychiatric mental. I've been rehearsing this. Mental health nurse practitioner. So and we are going to have just a great show tonight. And now to a man who dreamt he was a muffler and he woke up exhausted. Jimmy Snyder!
I guess we have fun around here, right?
Some days.
I had a dream. I ate a marshmallow and my pillow wasn't there in the morning. Good evening,
that's not a pillow.
Welcome to episode 234. I'm wearing a Danbury Trashers jersey, courtesy of the Danbury Trashers from back in 2004. That's if you want to watch something fucking crazy, go on Netflix and watch Crime and Penalties, Danbury Trashers. The team was owned by a mob boss and his punk 18-year-old kid ran it. It was crazy. It's good watch.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
I think it's Untold or something it's called.
Yep,
yeah.
Untold. Manny Vitale knows him for some fucking reason, obviously, of course. We have Liz in studio. This is the first Talkin Trash episode ever that is fully HD, top to bottom, front to back. We have entered into look at that. Look at the detail on that fucking thing.
We can see next week we are going 3D, kids. Get your glasses today.
We have all kinds of cracks going on around here. We are going to change some things, but like bringing in Liz and Larry, mostly Liz, but Larry too, and just I don't know, our people that are watching that comment. Like Bethany Basler. Hi, Beth.
There she is.
We'll be meeting with her tomorrow. For example, Bethany Basler, Rock Bottom Revival, will be jumping in. We're jumping in to help. They're our farm team, and we love them. So our preamble is new, and we'll meet the team.
Recover out loud.
This is our humble broadcast, where ethics and personal anonymity are of the utmost importance. We run this podcast as an act of service to those whose lives have been affected by addiction. We don't do it for profit or notoriety. We place principles before personalities. We benefit from this podcast just as much as anyone else. We all work programs and choose to sacrifice our own anonymity to spread the word that recovery is possible. We do this thing in an attempt to show, as living examples, that no matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That's the 9th step promise. It's our creed we abide by here on Talkin Trash. We feel called to uphold AA and NA principles. We firmly believe that you can only keep what you have by giving it away. Please join us in a moment of silence, followed by the Serenity Prayer.
God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Let's meet the team of Talkin Trash. All right, first off, Jimmy, you can do it. Hold on, let me restart it. All right, Jimmy, do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Introduce our team.
All righty, good. There's me. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, Jimmy.
That's me. Hi.
Hi, kids. Welcome to the show.
Yup. Next on deck is Bradley Mansfield.
Okay, Bradley
47.
Manscaped. Coming in hot.
Yep, he's,
Go, you go.
working.
You're the producer, dude.
He's good. I got it. Willie Douglas is also involved here. That's Will. I operate his email account, so I'm responding as him. But it's funny. It's fun. We're all having fun doing it. Last on deck is me. I run the whole podcast, and I am, I don't know, I'm homicidal today. But I'm just having a day, you know. I have bad days. I yelled at my daughter for no reason. I don't know. I don't get it. Something wrong with me. And so we move on to our new auditions. First on deck, we brought two people in to make us a little more credible. And one of those people would be Larry Foster. Larry was a longtime counselor at PSR. He loves us for whatever reason. We love him more. And then lastly is our girl, Elizabeth McKeon. She is a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. She is the most attractive person on this show, and she's the smartest.
Yes.
But we're gonna read our daily reflection and say hi to everybody. What's going on, boys and girls?
Living life.
Oh yeah. Sunday.
Right.
Brad.
Oh,
hi, Brad.
Hi, guys. Hi, guys. I missed you. I missed you last episode.
Hi.
Go drill a hole.
Here let's go.
We love you, Bradley.
Let's dial it back a little bit. You know, get a little summer vibe going on here. Seagull.
Aruba. Jamaica. Oh, I can't sing it. Sorry, can't sing that.
No, you cannot. No, you can't. All right, let's go around the horn. Ask the question of the night. We ask the question every night because it kind of like keeps us on track, but it doesn't do that either. But anyway, let's take a look at our question of the evening. Brad, read it.
Is recovery more about changing the brain, changing the environment, or changing the way we interpret ourselves?
All right, so think about that for a minute while we read our stupid daily reflections, and then we'll answer that and get Liz on the way.
Daily Reflections is an AA-driven enterprise of some sort. It's not ours, but we like you long time. Let's read Daily Reflapjacks here on the Talkin' Trash Pod Flaps.
Yeah, I saved that. I saved the pod flaps.
Are we doing the daily reflapjacks? So what do we do?
Go it.
Alrighty, so for August the 23rd, bringing the message home.
Nope, lightening the burden.
No, mine's no, dude.
Nope, it's lightening the burden. Read
You
that.
are right.
What? Am I on the wrong freaking thing? No, I'm on the right thing.
I told you we weren't reading that one tonight.
Oh, showing others who suffer how we were given help is the very thing which makes life so worthwhile to us now. The dark past is the key to life and the happiness for others. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 124. Since I have been sober, I have been healed in many pains. Deceiving my partner, deserting my best friend, and spoiling my mother's hopes for my life. In each case, someone in the program told me of a similar problem, and I was able to share what happened to me. When my story was told, both of us got up with lighter hearts.
Yay.
Ooh, so where the hell is what day is that from?
It's for the 28th. We are going to pick and choose what we read now.
Okay, so I don't have to print that page out anymore. Good, cool.
Nope. And when I send a text, read the text and then process it and put it into place.
Which we have so many text kids, I'll tell you, it's crazy.
I get it. Daily reflections. Lightening the burden. Willie D's back. Liz is now in the wrong camera spot. Thanks, Will.
I'm going to sign out because I'm not in the. I'm on
of course you're not. So. Yep, you do that.
Yep,
you do that. Will.
You do yourself. Uh-oh.
So this she is she's a friend of mine first off, and I'm lucky for that. And she cares about fucking addicts. Like there's so few that do, and we have to deal with the ones that don't. She does, and that it's just awesome. So her name is Elizabeth McKeon. She is Georgia based. She works. She's a addiction specialist. And we're so grateful that she comes on here. She's an active participant in Talkin' Trash, and here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Elizabeth McKeon. Welcome to the program. Hi, Liz.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Liz. She's here. I'll fix the cameras because that happens. How are you, Elizabeth?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm doing
good.
Yep, I'm doing that.
We're doing that.
Excited to be here. Very excited to see your question.
Yes, you guys want to go around? Maybe, Liz, what do you think about that question? I'm doing the cameras.
Well, it takes every bit of that. All of it. You have to do all those things, right? At the end of the day, yes, I don't think we gotten into change, the change brain and the mesolimbic system and all of that.
You did a little bit, and you touched on the entire body process, and that rang true with everybody.
Yeah. So, change your brain, do the work, it all goes hand in hand. Am I the only person on the podcast that's not in long-term recovery? I'm curious.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Yes. We're all degenerate animals.
Stick around long enough, you will be.
No, at the end of the day, no, I want you to know, and I think it's important for the listeners to know of how much this affects my life from, family members that have been in recovery and long-term recovery, also who have died because of substance use disorder. It's affected my life and a previous marriage, all of it, so I've kind of been through the gamut with it, so I think at the end of the day, it's not why I got into the field at all, but it became relevant and I recognized it as I got more experienced in the field, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
You can't fake what you have, Liz, and a lot of people try to, and a lot of people just do, and it's part of the system, and that's okay. They were prescriptions, they do the thing. You are a different breed, and I don't endorse anything. I hate everybody and everything, but however, you are
sweetheart.
Boom, you're changing the way I think about things, you know what I mean? And we change gradually. But yeah, she has, since I met her. I met her a couple of years ago, Brad, and I just never. She wasn't going anywhere. I wouldn't let her go, regardless. So she's here forever.
I just brought everybody Narcan. That was my
Narcan girl.
I don't know if it was the last time you were on, Liz, or if I said it one time when you weren't on an episode, and I meant that. So for me, I was always pig-headed about people taking drugs who are in recovery, and why are you doing this? It didn't make sense to me. If you're in recovery, you should be in recovery.
Yeah.
So I'm glad. What I'm getting at is you've helped me so much in my recovery understand that some people need it, and some people don't. That's fine too. But I understand now that I was in a really stubborn place when I thought that, is what I'm saying. And if it wasn't for you, Liz, talking about it a few times on the episodes, I would have never fucking understood it. So I thank you for that. You've helped me. You're helping me learn as I go in my recovery
and
journey.
He's not kidding. To see his light bulb go off, it's not to get blinded by it with Brad.
Honestly, guys, I could go on all day. I met a sheriff one time. He said to me, yeah, I get your mental health stuff that you do. He said, but that addiction stuff, he said, no, I have no patience for that.
I know.
And I said, sir, why is that? And he said, well, because I'm an alcoholic. And he said, I literally just put the bottle down the day I decided to stop drinking. I just never picked it up again. I was a whiskey drinker. It ruined my life. It ruined my marriage. And so I just put the bottle down. And I said, sir, no offense to you, but you're a unicorn. That doesn't happen. The fact that you didn't die,
different
you
just
put
time.
down the bottle of whiskey and you didn't go into massive withdrawal and have a seizure or a stroke.
I mean, he did. He just survived it. Who knows? I mean, it was different times.
I mean, I get it. They're very, I don't know, mindsets that are just like, oh no, you can do that. You just stop.
Right.
But that's really a one-off, right? A spinoff, like a
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's not what I see in practice at all.
And what you were saying there too, like when I was going back to me learning stuff from, but that's part of recovery in my eyes. If I'm not open-minded and listening to what other people have to say, just because that's the way I always thought before, doesn't mean it's right. So I have to learn to understand people's perspectives, understand people's everybody's unique in their own way. So just because something works for Brad doesn't mean it works for Tim. I'm just using this as an example, but you know what I mean? There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat, Liz. I just need a bald cat.
I'm worried about cats at this point. I mean,
especially down in Wawota.
Cats. Yeah, no, guys, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me be on. Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure to have you on. We do have kind of a structure, but we don't. Liz said to me, Liz fits right in. She sent me a text. She's like, you know what? Just let's wing it. I was like, fucking
love it.
Right.
Love it.
Welcome to Talking Trash. But then I go and do something like this. So what we have here is we have talking points. That's all they are. There's one antidepressant. I just want to put words and images to what we're talking about, and I do want to talk about everything you mentioned in the text, the 7-OH, the bupe treatment. And when I talked to Jimmy last night about I said, Jimmy, look, she's going to destroy our show with controversial treatments for addiction, and I'll let her do it. We were laughing, and we're going through it. And Jimmy's like, okay, so controversial. She's like, so like Suboxone's controversial. I'm like, well, no, actually, that's like medical. That's not controversial anymore. So like, I don't know what's controversial, what isn't. I'm interested in the
you know what's controversial.
The
what's
7-OH
controversial is treating kratom with buprenorphine products, because guess what? All the pharma reps that are coming to see me, they don't want to talk about kratom because they're not allowed to.
What the fuck is going on out there?
I'm like, look here. We have to. So we'll get into it for sure.
Yeah, we know it's a problem. I know it's a problem. Yeah. I mean, I was part of that problem. I was on kratom in a sober house. It was fucking crazy.
I know you told me. You were like, I thought I was sober.
I'm like, how did I fail for everything on the drug test?
I'm just
I have
they said they're like, you Christmas tree. I'm like, what does that mean? They're like, you're lighting up for everything. I'm like, what the fuck is in that shit?
Yeah.
Hi, Julie. Alternative medicine is controversial. It is, Bethany, and we brought on the expert because we're idiots. But like, she is going to get into that for us. And let's start there. So you see people come in with this in what, kratom and 7-OH withdrawal treatment.
Y'all. So let me just say this. On August 5th, they took the 7-OH. Do I need to talk about that? I guess I need to talk about that.
Yeah, you might as well. I mean, we don't know what you do, but do it.
So at the end of the day, kratom, as it stood as an herb, was a very low level hitting an opioid receptor in a very light way. And it came out as like that. I can't read it. Shoot, I should have done better research. But
don't worry about it. Make up words.
Just check my notes.
Make up words. Yeah. Make up words.
The main dang chong or whatever. Anyway, before the hydrometrogynon 7-OH pseudonoxanol, MGM15, MGM16, Roxanols came out. So those words I just told you on the end are all of the synthetics. And so really there was not, we were not seeing just that traditional powder. No one wanted that actually anymore.
No, I didn't.
They wanted the Roxanol and the Metrogynon, and they were being sold as Pseudosmax and Roxys, and it was all about the guys. This stuff is actually, I shouldn't say was, 40 times stronger than morphine.
Yeah.
So when you think about folks that when I in practice, and I think I'm going to go all over the place here because it's a difference between me seeing what's in the gas stations and then folks walking into my practice And I'm talking nurses, attorneys, high-level real estate agents, people that really just said, hey, I was taking some energy drink, and then somebody said to me, like, hey, did you know that this is going to help you out and do you better? Or if you have erectile dysfunction, did you know that this is going to help you in that way? Or did you know if you want to lose weight, it'll help you in this way? Or if you want more focus, it'll help you in that way. So they market it in such a way that it literally targeted every single person that was walking into a gas station.
Right.
And it's sad, guys. I have had single mothers crying in front of me saying, like, I can't pay my rent. Like, I've never done a drug in my life. And how I know they're telling me the truth is, as a practitioner, I have to pull what's called a PDMP, which is the prescription drug monitoring program. I can see every drug this person has ever had a prescription for across the United States.
Yeah.
And these people pull zero. This is targeted folks that really were not even on the radar for addiction.
Right.
So what I feel that has happened is that Kratom specifically targeted folks that had no families with addiction. I'll do these evaluations where, in typical evaluation, you find trauma, you find addiction, you find abuse. Right. No, these people have nothing.
It's a whole new game.
But they were stressed, like they were waitresses, high level, executives, or they just need energy.
They thought they were doing something better by not drinking. Oh, I'll take this energy drink. Yeah,
I'm not drinking alcohol. These people don't I would do a drug test. They're not drinking. They don't have marijuana in their system. Nothing. Yep. Nothing but Kratom.
So we're creating a breed of addicts that never existed now.
That didn't exist. Correct.
Wow. Fuck me. Okay.
And the 7-OH products, they're synthetic. So, we are now able to test for that. Like in the beginning, like in drug courts and accountability court, we were seeing that, show up or whatever because it was synthetic and it wasn't showing up. Right. Or the opposite was happening. It was popping, like one of you said, popping for everything. It was popping for everything.
Right.
And so at the end of the day, like, you have to think, you've heard the term Roxy's, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to think Roxanol morphine is what's in this product on a synthetic level in a sulfate version. So
some crazy, Liz. I went online and like was gonna buy it just to see it, and like I wouldn't work on me regardless because I know Suboxone blocks it. But like Correct. For me, if Suboxone blocks it, then it's green light for treatment. Now I'm not the CDC or the FDA or whatever, but like fuck, if like I won't go near anything like that for the very first reason that it won't do anything to me. And then I can find out other reasons. But like for me, it doesn't work. So like it's obviously working on the same mechanisms, I guess.
So I'm going to do a teaching moment. So in the brain, on any substance, it doesn't matter if it's alcohol, meth, opioids, or anything. There is a thing called the VTA in the drug. It's the mesolimbic system. It's the ventral tegmental area, or just VTA. That is really like the area that holds the mu receptor of the brain. So if you do a drug, the drugs go down in there and they act up and they get excited. So if you're on buprenorphine or you're on like a naltrexone product, you're either partially blocked or you're totally blocked, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there you go with the buprenorphine. Understand that the synthetic opioids like Kratom and the pseudonoxanol, the Metrogina, and the MGM 15s and 16s, they're down in there just exactly like fentanyl, morphine, codeine, any opioid, alcohol, methamphetamine, that's where in the mu receptor, that's where drugs live and breathe, and that's where they act up. And so, to be honest with you, that's why I treat kratom disorder with buprenorphine, as you can see there on the screen, or the 7-OH. It's because it has two products. It has the buprenorphine, so it gives you a little bit of opioid to help so that you don't go into withdrawal. But it also has naltrexone, so that helps block the mu receptor in the brain so that you don't get high. It also cuts off any cravings at all.
Can you overdose on kratom?
You can.
We can, right? So Bethany just asked very, very straight up. Can you explain what kratom
Bethany,
is? I keep hearing
can.
about it. I know nothing about it, so I'll let you do that, Liz.
Yeah. So I know that as of August 5th, I think they've taken away the Roxy's and the 7-OH products, and I have done my little gas station visits. I've been asking the questions. What I have found is that the gas
Undercover
station
boss over here.
What was that?
Undercover boss over here going in.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. You got me doing the same thing. I'm doing the same fucking thing.
Yeah. So I'm asking the questions. I have one girl. She's amazing. She actually won't sell to people that she knows are nurses or, they're going to be doing caregiving. She's like, I'm sorry. I don't feel I can sell that to you. But I have gone in and asked the questions. What I've been told is that the products did come off the market. The traditional kratom is still there, but the and the 7-OHs have been taken out. But somebody in a gas station did tell me that they have a back way to sell it from behind.
Of course they do. This is never going to stop. I mean, obviously, if they can find a way to change a composition just by a molecule and then send it, that's always going to happen.
For sure. And then also was it Bethany was the sweetie that was asking the question?
Always. She said.
Bethany, yes. From the Roxanol and the 40, so those products that are 40 times stronger than morphine, yes, with repeated use and overuse, we have seen that. We also see that the detoxification from the 7-OH and the Roxanols has been worse than fentanyl. So we're struggling. Like if I was going to start somebody on a buprenorphine film and I'm going to start them off at 2 0.5 naltrexone, so 2 buprenorphine, 0.5 naltrexone twice a day, they're going to go into withdrawal immediately.
2 milligrams or 2
milligrams and 0.5 naltrexone.
What's going to happen? I missed that. They're going to go into what?
Withdrawal, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They'll precipitate withdrawal, Brad.
Pause. Yeah. PAWS is the acronym for precipitated withdrawal. What I like to do is start people off on, so you don't want to build them up. Start them at 2, 4, 6, 8, well, 6 you don't really get, 8. Yeah. And so when I get them there, I like to transition over to a long-acting injectable like Suboxone, Sublocade. And the Brixadi, and I can give them that low dose, like that 100 milligram, and then they just get once a month injection. What's good about that is we can get them like stabilized over about 3 to 6 months from the kratom, and then we can discontinue. We don't even have to, scale off or anything, because the half-life on the buprenorphine long-acting injectables is about 65 days.
I went to rehab to get off Suboxone one time. I was just going through the motions, and they had me in detox for 19 days, and they stepped me down from 16 to 2, and then I was going to my next program, and they're like, "Oh, you have to stop." I'm like, "Okay." So Bethany said it lasted so much longer. I was in withdrawal. I wasn't in withdrawal for 2 months, but it was just like nagging. I would rather go full on fentanyl withdrawal and rock it. intentionally precipitate withdrawal in rehab. I'd be like, yeah, I'm ready. Yep,
You
let's
just
do
didn't
it.
have the right care, Tim.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
honestly, you know, you needed like step by step, or actually like a long acting injectable over time.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that for sure. I've been my own doctor, not my own doctor. I've just been all over the place, bounced all over, and I'm stable, but like I'm not. You know what I mean? So I need to have my shit re-looked at for sure. Liz is she's awesome. What's the open house? Is that for everybody or is that just for me?
Anybody can come to my open house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. She has her open house. I think
See,
it's all
they
right.
want me to have my hair the way I used to look, so I guess I need to cut it off. Let's do this.
I can do whatever you want with your hair. I'm like a genius.
No, I'm going to cut it off. It's got the business card is the short hair, so I guess I'm going shorter.
So I just have to ask, are you taking her? You're not. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't take the risk your license or whatever. So you're obviously allowed to prescribe it for whatever you want, right?
Yeah, we are prescribing off label for kratom right now. I have to. Y'all have no idea since August 5th. I have five patients that have self-scheduled with me on like ZocDoc or some other thing. And it's funny because I can almost always tell the patient because they have no history. I look in the chart and I'm like, no problems, no meds, like what's happening, like, you know, and they come in, they're put together, everything's good, like sit down and it's like, all right, well, I just need to tell you, like, I didn't mean to get here, but this is where I'm at. And I already know when they start off in that way that we're talking about kratom, you know, and it's just happened across the board. And I was seeing them before they took it off the market, but since they took it off the market, yeah.
So these are things I know nothing about. Like, so hearing that drug name tonight is literally the first time I've actually heard that.
Okay, wow.
You know what I mean? So again, going back to that, like, so this is where so for me, I was coke and booze and, you know, the I'll say the normal drugs, you know what I mean? That sounds bad saying that, but whatever, the acid, the mushrooms, the, you know, right? But so when I hear all these things, that's why if you're talking, you'll see me go like this. Because I'm leaning in because I want to fucking hear everything because I want to know these things. I want to hear about these things because this is brand new territory for me.
This is addiction, Dad. Dad, I called you Dad. Are you my dad?
Hi, son. Hi, son.
This is addiction. It is fucking changing. Am I in trouble? I feel my daughter just called and yelled at me. Like addiction is changing. Thank God there are people like Elizabeth that are willing to think outside the box because we're losing people because of rigidity and like with any kind of doctor.
I mean, look at Hayden Panettiere, right?
I know.
Like,
what happened to her?
Hello. The fact that there was Narcan available there shows people knew. Like, I'm sorry. If anybody happens to have like a Narcan on hand, you're either me and you're a practitioner and you have it always, or you're on it, or your friend is on it, right?
Or you know there's potential risks there. Exactly.
You're actually responsible. Sorry,
I'm cursed. We curse. You can't.
Okay.
No, I can't. Y'all can't.
Y'all, okay. Brad, pick up the slack.
You know that like you just need to carry it, right? Because I do. I do.
Yep.
I gave out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 injections and a nasal Narcan last week. So, I mean, you know, it's, and now I need more. So I have to get with that.
Well, you don't have to worry about me. I am well stocked. My dad won't bust you up for Narcan. But like,
I don't have the grant anymore, so I'm the loser when it comes to Narcan.
Bethany said, "Can Narcan say submersive overdosing on kratom?" I would imagine. I don't know though.
So yes, the one thing that Narcan doesn't really work on is xylazine. And
right.
Yeah, the xylazine. You just got to do compressions when you're trying to get somebody back on a xylazine overdose. If you've popped Narcan and you're not getting a person back from a fentanyl overdose and you've popped Narcan and they're not coming back, whether it's nasal Narcan or injectable Narcan, that means there's something in the fentanyl. Right. So usually xylazine, they cannot come back even on Narcan. And so don't just keep giving them you're wasting Narcan. So the most important thing to do there with life-saving techniques is to do compressions and breaths.
And I saw it so many times in Philly. They'd go out and Narcan over here, and it's like it's a nightmare down there. Yeah. And everyone, the Narcan's there.
Xylazine's the zombie. You'll see that like they're like hung down, like they're just like this.
Yep.
You know, that's the xylazine look. I will say, it's unfortunate because it hits their respiratory in a way that the fentanyl doesn't.
Right. And I just
elephant tranquilizer.
Right. It's so like, and when I was running around Philly, I remember it was hot as hell. It's probably July or August, and we're all talking about this guy that just overdosed. We watched them waste 5, 6, 7, 8 Narcans on him. He would not come back, and we had the conversation that his shit that he got had the trank in it. We need to go find his stuff because we can handle it. He couldn't. We could. So we ran around.
Yes. So one thing I've learned from the people I treat, and it's important for, I guess, folks that are using to know, because, I'm not sitting here judging you if you use, it's what you're doing in the moment for you to get by. But for an educational standpoint to know is that with xylazine, it elongates the fentanyl, right? So it lasts longer. They use less needles. So for those reasons, they like it. They're higher. They feel better. Yeah. So for those reasons, they're actually looking. So when we pass out the xylazine test strips, believe it or not, they want that. So if, popping positive that's the one I want. So that's good to know. With that said, if that's the case, and that's your person, that's your, for me, that's a client. If that's the client I'm working with, I'm just going to give them the best education that I can, because their friends need to know, that there needs to be breaths and compression because Narcan's not going to work.
It's not going to work. Not only is there a movement in addiction and recovery, but there's a movement in medicine too, and it's all kind of like not only are they doing trank, but we also now have podcasts to tell people there's trank in that shit. So like everything's evolving, and I can't explain the addict mind when you're chasing down something like that. I don't understand it. Looking back at it, I'm like,
and this is harm. Like this is harm reduction, what we're doing all day long. I sit on the Appalachian Board of Wellness and Harm Prevention over there, right by my office. There's a RCO right there called Positive Pathways. Props to Shauna Harkins. She's a race driver. She's a badass. She has a RCO out of nothing. She is not funded by anybody. In Blairsville, Georgia, that's a recovery community. Shauna, yes,
I love
Harkins, race car driver. She actually writes the names or paints the names of those who we've lost for overdose on her race car.
No shit, that's awesome. Where does she race, Liz?
She's also a firefighter. So
does she also save babies and develop cures for cancer?
She's also the head of the Appalachian Wellness and Harm Reduction Foundation.
Liz, you're gonna get to know them because you're around here. But like we are talking to Tammy and Bethany and Lenore at Rock Bottom Revival.
These girls,
they're awesome.
Is this the Rock Bottom? Wait, okay. So I have to ask. There's a Rock Bottom recovery in Hayesville, North Carolina. Is that the same people?
No, they're Rock Bottom Revival.
Wisconsin.
They're in Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yes, they are. So like we came across them and like we want to help. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help people.
I love that. I did my. Okay, hold on, Wisconsin. Hold on. Bethany, I need you to know I did at a hospital in Wisconsin. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to tell you on another time because I've had a brain fart. But I actually did,
Okay.
I did a rotation in, I don't know, somewhere Wisconsin. I don't know. At some point it was beautiful. Thanks.
Delmarva, Wisconsin. Yep, beautiful, beautiful place.
The Dells. Go to the Dells.
You know, like we don't want to like Ron Jemison.
I felt
bro,
like
you're
I
alive,
needed to
bro,
eat
good on you.
cheese the whole time I was there. I wanted
We
to
have
be a Green Bay Packer at the time, even though I didn't. Yeah.
Yep. Were you driving around drunk? No, that wasn't you. It was somebody else. But like we do have a Wisconsin contingent over here. I don't know if it's because of the Saskatchewan location. Doesn't matter. We're all friends and we all see things the same way. And like we will never waste our time on anything. Addicts are not like that. And that's and like me and Jimmy, we have to go through emails from like people doing the circuit, try to sell a book and stuff. We have to go through all that and find who's real and who isn't. And very few are real. But like these girls are us. Ronnie, we'll get you on, buddy. No problem. You got to reach out, Bo. They're us. They're just us a few years ago. So we're just we keep what we have by giving it away. So keep an eye out for Rock Bottom Revival and Bethany, our peer support something or other over there.
Oh yeah,
she's the best. But back to our awesome person, Liz. What is?
I want y'all to know that my selfie light just went flying off the table
through the roof. Yep,
it flew into a peace lily. It's yeah.
Are you okay? You're sitting.
I'm fine, but the plant looks rough over there. It's got a light in the middle of it now.
As long as it's not
kratom. Very different because I don't have my selfie light, but
you are fine. You look very good.
I feel like I
look marvelous.
I feel like
I'll tell you what. We'll put Jimmy on, and Jimmy, tell us what you hate about everybody everywhere. Go.
Come on, really?
No.
How long you got?
No.
What did you eat for, what was for dinner? Go.
No, I want to talk about, as Brad said before, like I'm just someone who suffers from alcohol use disorder and all these things, but I do a lot of research. Like Tim throws me, I looked at, controversial treatments, everything from ECT, psychedelic assisted therapy, ketamine, and I can't even pronounce, deep brain stimulation, like all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And then we're talking about kratom. And then my mom, who passed 2 years ago, my eldest daughter, sent her some to manage her pain. And she passed. She passed pretty soundly. So
she didn't pass because of the kratom, I hope.
No. But just to ease the pain, because we took off all the meds, we just said just keep her pain free. And then Katie, with a brainstorm, hey, I was like, Mom, grandma some kratom, and it was great. She used to make her gummies, with lots of THC, just to keep her down, like with dementia.
Right, now we're talking two different things. We're talking THC and kratom. Now I
know. But
I just got my medical marijuana thing.
Oh,
so like I don't care. I don't give a fuck. But like I haven't used it yet. But like I'm at a place where like I'm not.
I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
I know. I know I'm not great. I'm not gonna fucking lose my mind. I'm stable, but I know I'm not. I know things need to change, and I know I need stuff to change, and I'm going to pursue that. But that is part of that medical marijuana, and apparently buy it legal.
But you saying that right there, Tim, for example, that's what I mean. For me, that's recovery. So 4 years ago, whenever you got sober, over 3 years ago, you would have never said something like that. Do you know what I mean? Now you acknowledge it's okay not to know, but I want to know how I can get myself better. There's a difference. Mm-hmm. That's a big change right there, because I know, again, I'm only speaking for myself. 3.5 years ago, I didn't give a shit. I just wanted to keep getting high and drunk or whatever. But now, when I hear all these different things and different topics and different scenarios of how I can get healthier or better or whatever, I'm intrigued. I want to listen because, again, I'm not even fucking close to fixed, and I'll be working on this the rest of my life. But if I can learn and listen and adapt and be open-minded to whatever the scenario may be, that's what recovery is about to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I don't know if I said that right, but that's how I feel.
Sense, but it makes sense to every addict who hears it. And Liz is sitting there, and it makes sense to her too. She knows that we crave information. As humans, we want to figure out how things work, and we want to figure out not a shortcut, but like the best way to do it. And as humans, when we figure that out genuinely, we want to tell everybody. We'll tell the guy checking us out. So when we experience benefit from knowledge. It's almost like a I don't know, passion to share that experience. Everybody does it, whether they realize it or not. And so here we are talking about like kratom and depression and shit. It's there's a million ways to skin a cat. Somebody said that before, and like sometimes, like with Jimmy's, it could be things are therapeutic. You know what I mean? Like I prescribed a bunch of meds, and I'm shocked that by taking them properly, I get a therapeutic value out of them. I don't take them all and I get them. You know what I mean? So it's just a thing. So it's like, holy shit, there is therapy here, but like that's not for me to figure out, which I have been for a long time. That's for people like Liz and for healthcare professionals to figure out. So Liz, what is the biggest struggle you're seeing in your practice today?
Well, I'm going to say one of the biggest struggles I see is that there's family practitioners just guessing at what they're prescribing out there to people that are struggling. Family practitioners and doctors don't have the specific background or training and pharmaceutical knowledge of psychiatry, right?
Right.
So I specialize in working with serotonin, norepinephrine, and dopamine specifically. So whether, we know that when we're dealing with addiction, we're dealing with a dopamine disorder. We know that dopamine with drugs is 40,000 times higher than it would be on sex.
Num. I love it. I love dopamine.
I'm telling you. You have to retrain your brain on drugs to actually have normal dopamine. It takes time, right?
I'm not sure I'm ever going to get there again, but like, yeah,
you will.
Right.
Yeah, you can get there. Let me tell you.
Right.
So traditional antidepressants primarily manipulate serotonin, norepinephrine, and dopamine, right? So, but if you're dealing with a regular family practitioner or just your traditional doctor, they're not trained in like exactly how does that work. So they're just like, you know what the drug rep said, I'm going to just throw you some Prestique or some Luvox or, and they go straight to whatever the latest drug rep just gave them samples of.
It's crazy.
And so without like the proper training in what glutamate does, folate in your brain, lack of D3, there's so many factors and even just supplements that you might be lacking in your brain chemistry, right? And then with drug usage or substance use, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's alcohol, kratom, opioids, mushrooms.
Right.
You have a deficit in your ability to make dopamine. That's your feel good receptor in your brain.
Yep.
So if you're not making dopamine the right way, you're going to go get it. You're going to get it however you can get it.
Yep.
So I am your girl who helps you get dopamine the right way.
You are.
I teach you how to get it the right way. Yes. Get you some music, get you some exercise, get you some sex, get you the things that right? But that's the end.
Is it the whole body thing you refer to?
So think about there's a drug out there that we've all heard about. It's called ketamine.
Yep.
It's very controversial. I work with a different type of ketamine. It's S-ketamine. It's a nasal spray. I treat that. It actually hits glutamate. That's something that, you don't hear a lot about because that's the MNDA receptor, right?
Right.
And we all hear that and we go, ooh, MNDA.
Yeah.
All right. So that works with neuroplasticity. And I know you're going like, what did you?
No. Honestly, Liz, I want to stop and I want to ask you straight out. I have been doing ketamine for a year, like religiously, and I keep telling myself, "Oh, it's not. It's going to build my neuroplasticity and whatever." Like, so, like, I don't know if it has or hasn't. I don't have a plasticity level, but like, I'm pretty good. You know what I mean? I can't say yes or no either way, but like. I don't know. It's been good for me, and
Good.
I don't know.
Good.
But I did IV ketamine. You're talking about Spravato or the S
Yeah,
ketamine.
that's Spravato. It's
I'll
a
let you
nasal
explain that.
ketamine, yeah, through the nose. Not a huge fan of IV ketamine, only because there's a propensity there for addiction. With the nasal esketamine, we don't have to worry too much about that. It still works though with the prefrontal cortex, hippocampus, amygdala, and your reward networks, right? Everybody wants the reward networks, right? We always want to be rewarded. But let me explain something to you when I talk about amygdala. Have you ever been in an argument and you got so heated that you said something to somebody that you cannot believe you said? You cannot believe it. It just came out of your mouth. I don't know where it came from. I didn't mean it. So that's when, on the brain right here, so this is your brain, your amygdala sits down here. When you are having anxiety, panic, or anger, and you get into fight or flight, your amygdala actually just comes up and sits on top of the brain. And that's called amygdala takeover. That actually is where you're in full fight or flight. You have no ability to, you look back at the day before and you're like, I don't know why I said that to my wife, my husband, I didn't mean it. Or whatever happened, you could have been in panic and the vasovagal took over and you had that tunnel vision, whatever. At the end of the day, that's when your amygdala actually takes over the brain. Ketamine or esketamine, which I use, which is the nasal form, actually works to help control that. So where you get more control over, I'm talking to my ex-wife or talking about the kids. Oh my God, used to I would go berserk. Now I have control. It's those types of things that the ketamine actually helps control. The deep depression. I can't get out of the dark. I am sad every day. I feel hopeless. I cannot get up and do my activities of daily living. It didn't matter how much Paxil, Zoloft, I tried them all. Nothing worked. So it's what we give when nothing else is working, because it works with all the neurotransmitters.
They kept saying treatment resistant depression to me, and they went through my history and they're like, well, you fucking taken everything, you can do this too. I'm like, oh, so should I stop taking my, they're like, no, we're just gonna throw this on top of it. So in my mind, I thought that this spray was more for abuse or whatever. I was wrong on that. I thought going to a clinic and having them oversee it took the addiction thing out of it, but I'm at a point where whatever helps anybody, just don't overdo it. Yeah,
it's in a controlled way, and you're protected, and it's in a protected environment, for sure, absolutely.
But I'm very interested in the ketamine. So when somebody has it, when you provide it, they come to your office and they're there and they need a ride home. Is that how that works?
So yeah, I ask that somebody bring a person with them that can be there with them for about 3 hours. I go in, I do vital signs, I make sure everything's good. I put you with your blankie and some pillows, and the big TV is there, and you put on your favorite show or music or whatever it is you want, and we do sniff, sniff. And an hour and a half later, I come in, do vitals again, check you out. Sniff, sniff. We do the second dose, go back to sleep for another hour and a half. And the whole idea is it's resetting the neurotransmitters in the brain, so that this is helping the norepinephrine, the serotonin, and the dopamine regulate in a normal way.
So we're treating addiction with medicine and not yelling at it. I'm surprised this works and that doesn't. For years it was bad. It was a stigma, and now you treat addiction with drugs. That makes sense. But it took us a while to get there. It does make sense. For me, I fucked up my brain, and in order to put it back to a usable place, I had to put some of those chemicals that I depleted. So just like what you were saying, we're all trying to feel better and be happy, and control our emotions, but sometimes we don't. And
look, Tim, if you had diabetes, right? It's a disease, and we're giving you insulin every single day to control your blood sugar.
Right.
Why is having a disease of the brain from an addiction to or a substance any different? People have been prescribed pills. They have been given things. They have been told in a gas station that this is good for them for cell dysfunction, focus, energy, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
Or look at alcohol. Alcohol, God love us all, is like the thing you do to watch baseball, mow the yard, whatever you do, alcohol is there for you. And one of the hardest things for people to come off of, there is a great medication for alcohol use disorder called naltrexone. We have an injectable version called Vivitrol that stays in your body for 1 whole month. You know, I've seen great results with that. In terms of opioid use disorder, buprenorphine or long-acting buprenorphine, which is an injectable form of that, same thing. It blocks the mu receptor in the brain, helping folks stay sober. If they do use, they're not going to get high. You know, at the end of the day, why are we feeling like there's a time frame? You should only be on these medications for X amount of time. I'm sorry. Substance use disorder, you will be having that the rest of your life. If you need to be on a medication for X amount of time for the rest of your life, or whether that's 3 years, 10 years, that is up to your provider to decide, not society.
Right, exactly. You're absolutely right. Addiction's changing, medicine's changing with it, but like, sometimes we're going to do these outside the box things where we're like trying other things, like, because this isn't working, that's not working. So like, I'm a chemical disaster, and like, but I'm okay. But like, I need better help. I need more. I don't know. Like, I see a pain management doctor and a primary care physician, and they provide me all of my medication. Husband and wife, the most handsome Indian people you'll ever see. But like,
I know what you're saying. I already know.
Did I say that already? So
I already know. You did. When you said a couple that's Indian, I already know where you're going.
He's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. She's pretty. So like, she's a pain management doctor. She prescribes me buprenorphine and all this stuff. But it's really for pain as far as she's concerned. And for me, it's kind of for both, obviously for both. But like, we're not, nobody says the word addiction. And her husband.
You should be on the long-acting injectable. I'm sorry.
We should talk. We will talk. So
like, seriously,
I have no
know about that. They don't know about that, but I do.
Right. So like, I have no problem being public about the benefits from treatment, the things that I've done. I don't want to get like into like, you should do this, you should do that, but like, I have no problem being transparent about what I'm experiencing. If I'm not, this show's pointless. So like, you know, we don't have to use names and shit, but like, at the same time, you know, maybe my experience can be transferable in some way and help somebody. We'll see what happens.
I think all of you are so amazing that you're able to put your stories out there and let people, you know, see you for who you are. And like, you're doing what the peer support specialists out there are doing in a different way. You know, peer support specialists are there to, you know, give people support every day and whatever they need. You know, I did that with the RCO there in Raven County. We founded that. I support Positive Pathways in Blairsville RCO. They do showers, laundry, all the things. Shauna Harkins, go. You know, all these RCOs across Georgia that are supporting recovery, they are helping a population that's a little bit different, because a lot of these people don't have jobs. They don't have a car. They don't have a home. So they provide not only like that AANA or all recovery. All recovery is recovery for everybody. I'm sure you guys know. At the end of the day, they're giving that type of recovery, but like support. But you guys are doing it in a way that isn't like programmatic. It doesn't have to follow any type of guideline. And I think that there's, like the guy I told you, I said, please listen to this podcast.
Yes.
I'm not telling you this because I've been on there 2 or 3 times. I'm telling you because they do it the right way. And his fiance messaged me because I gave them my cell phone number, which I typically don't do. And she said he's actually, now that he's out of detox, he has started to listen to this podcast. And
I love that.
And he's loving it. And he's actually, I think, about 10 days sober right now. God love him. But
God bless him.
Yeah, God love him. And he's coming to me for the shot.
Right? I love it. I love it. This may all be a big thing blossoming right now, or I might burn it all down. We'll see. No, I won't. But like, I know, right?
That a Jason Aldean type of burning it down type of statement.
Yep. Pretty much. Yep. It's like I know how to burn things down. I'm pretty good at that.
He's very good at that.
But I can turn my hat around backwards.
100%. We can rock this bitch all day long.
Oh my God.
West Side.
Okay.
So like,
boy.
Why are we doing this? Is this good? Is this good? Did I do good? So I don't.
I got nothing.
We're getting to the end there, and my daughter knows at 10 o'clock she gets to yell at me.
Nice. You're screwed.
I know. I'm so like here. But like at 3 whatever years sober I am, I'm still fucking crazy, right? Thank you. I'm still crazy, but like now I have a clarity that lets me choose whether I want to be crazy or not. And like that's different for me. So like
free will,
free will. So like we always say, we grow as we go, and we are an establishment type thing. This is a grassroots type thing. We're not making money. Everybody knows Wednesday and Sunday, 9 o'clock. Maybe Will be there. Tim will definitely be there.
Whatever.
We make sure that we can reach a population that nobody else can reach. We want to make sure that we are appetizing to the kid with a neck tattoo sitting in rehab right now watching us like this while all 45 other people aren't watching. There's one kid in rehab watching a flat screen right now, writing down every little thing so he can keep doing this as he goes out. We're not a program, but like people say, this is my meeting. And we always say, well, go to a meeting. You know what I mean? Do that too. But like,
yeah, please.
But this is different. This is a whole different thing. We're not telling anybody what to do at all. We are just sharing our experiences, and a lot of them aren't great, and a lot of it is struggle. But like, fucking A right, man. 3 years into this thing, and we have Elizabeth McKeon. She is like a fucking superstar. We got Jimmy. He's the best. Will shows up, kicks ass. Brad and Larry, like we are a team, and we're gonna start to do this team mentality where we all kind of pull in the same direction. And I feel like I'm not involved enough locally around here. I don't know. But like I'm here, we're evolving. Elizabeth McKeon, everybody. Like, does anybody have anything they want to say before we let her go? She's a doctor.
Mr. Cotter, Mr. Cotter.
Yes,
Mr.
please,
Cotter.
Jimmy, go.
Elizabeth. Okay, one question for you. What is your what's your take on Amanita muscaria, which is a mushroom? Okay.
I thought you needed mascara.
No.
We were going to talk about ibogaine.
Ibogaine, is that the same thing? Are we in the same ballpark with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going down that path. It ended up like not being like a thing to talk about because we just got so into this. But I collaborate with Riverfront Recovery in Hiawassee, Georgia, and the owner, Josh Foster, of that, he is like really advocating for ibogaine, which is the mushroom treatment. And I know there are places in Mexico and other countries that are really advocating for this type of treatment. But I looked it up when I first brought it up to Tim, and I was all like, oh, wait, you mean you have to have like $30,000 out of pocket to go for ibogaine treatment? Yep. And then it's not being really looked at here. So I live in a mushroom forest here on my property.
Booking a flight.
We got kid cows and pictures.
This is getting out of control.
Take a trip without even leaving the farm.
Yeah. I think let's table the mushroom therapy for next time, because that was actually funny thing that you brought that up. That was going to be my whole topic, and then I looked it up and I was all like,
maybe not.
This is unaffordable for the average, person to even
I won't
attain.
mention my
But
stats.
it's the whole like a sweat lodge. I did that once. I did a
is,
spiritual
yeah.
journey. I didn't pay any money. I just got lucked into it years ago, and it was a spiritual journey thing. We went to this sweat lodge, and they gave us a bunch of shit, and one of it was ibogaine.
Was it the frog toxin?
All right, let me explain to you what happened. I entered a dimension where I could see light and hear
taste
sound.
colors.
No, see, right, exactly. Nothing made sense.
Hear colors.
That's right. I could hear, right. So like I went there and I was, but in this sweat lodge, hot as hell. That part can be removed from it. The rest of it's fucking crazy. And like it was for me, it was a spiritual experience. I experienced that. I also had that same experience at Veterans Stadium at a Phillies game on mushrooms as well.
Sitting on the toilet.
Never mind.
So like my point is like
potato.
What where does it become therapeutic or Timmy tripping at that in Philly? What, like that's a stupid fucking question. I don't know what I was asking. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you go, Liz, because I know you have to work. But you're always welcome on here. You can always, and if you see us doing something stupid, please stop us.
Yes.
We had I gotta say there's a huge amount of people watching tonight. And I didn't start Instagram till fucking 20 minutes ago. So
I was going to say it popped up. I'm like, oh.
Hey, I got a really quick question.
Yes, please. Will hasn't said a goddamn thing. Will,
say
something.
Of course, never. So I had a counselor one time said that pretty much like whenever you deplete majority of all your dopamine in your body, I guess that's when you start seeing people that have Parkinson's and ALS. And,
yeah.
And that's and they say I don't know if she said it was a proven fact, but that's what they say. Direct people that have that's because they depleted their.
Yeah, that's why you give them dopaminergics to help their dopamine because they're completely depleted. And so if you think about it, if you are only able to get dopamine through use of drugs and, any drug, whether, alcohol or any other substance, I would question that. I just asked something about
Cymbalta.
Alana.
She says it's not working. It's the first one. It didn't work for me either.
It's not helpful. Oh yeah, I would.
That's old, isn't it?
I would love Alana Ferguson to see me in practice.
Well, that being said, I never want to like overstep any boundaries, but like if you want people to see it, I get it. I mean, she's right there, and there's a shit ton.
Yeah,
of people
they can find me on ZocDoc, Psychology Today.
You're all over ZocDoc.
If you just Google me, it'll come up. Right. Seriously, I can see you on online, in person, like whatever works for you. If it's addiction, I do need to see you in person at least the first time, for sure. Other than that, yeah,
Well, Elizabeth, honey, I absolutely love you, and it's a platonic love, and like you're fantastic. Thank you so much. I will see you on Tuesday.
Lucky guy.
Yeah, see you Tuesday. I can't wait.
Bye, Liz. Wow,
bye, Elizabeth. A Tuesday.
All right, she did really, really good. The comments are through the roof. This is a very
my computer crashed because of all the comments.
Of course it did.
That's a good song.
It is, yeah. What was I thinking about? I've been distracted all show.
No kidding.
I'm always thinking about you. I don't know. She's just good.
She's smart.
There's very few addicts that become doctors. You know what I mean? There's very few of those. Plenty of counselors, but very few addicts that become doctors. So like, if you're looking for someone you relate to, you're not gonna. It's gonna have to be a doctor who's not an addict, pretty much. And I don't want to see an addict doctor anyway. So like Elizabeth McKeon, I don't endorse anybody, and we're not here to. That's not what we do. Everybody knows that. But she's real help. She's amazing. That's real help. She came on the show. She volunteered her time. I can't keep up with the comments. The comments are crazy. I wish I could have. Yeah. So like, we'll get into some more stuff. SUD is substance use disorder. SUD. Yeah. I was thinking about it earlier as I was trying to let myself off the hook for things. I was like, when my family found out that I was an addict, They beat the shit out of me. They put me on a bus, sent me to another state, and said, "Go fuck yourself." And I look back at that, and I'm like, I'm alive, shockingly. I have to tell people that's terrible. My family, well, they're not great people. Half of them, fuck my family. This is my this right here is my family.
What was the lesson, right, Will? What was the lesson?
Right here is my family. Right? Will is like family. Oh, Ronnie is 2 years, 9 months, 29 days clean today. He admits paralysis on a daily basis. He has a better relationship with his higher power, who he chooses to call his God. Yeah, absolutely. My board is. I was late tonight, Bethany. Sorry, honey. Yeah, you're welcome, Alana. I love. She said that guy that she was treating, found talking trash. You know how many people get treated? They're sober. They don't have this dopamine we're talking about, and they're just like, now what do I do? Everything's slowed down. I think I'll kill myself or overdose or something. There's other things to do now, people. You can inform yourself. There's 240 shows of this shit. And we're not great. We're not but like what we are is consistent. We're always here, and we're always going to be fucked up. So that's our qualification for this show. So I have a whole new segment. It's called Will's Wisdom. Will,
my dog and was what?
Not a big deal. You have 18 minutes to tell us your thoughts, and we'll see you later. Go.
Bye, Will.
What? No.
Well, 1759, 1758. Just kidding. Go. What do you think of this? What do you think of the show tonight? Well, your legitimate input.
Legitimately, when Elizabeth's here, we always. Don't get me wrong. We know a lot. I mean, because when we've done a lot,
Agreed.
but we get to add on an extra layer of professional knowledge. You know,
Agreed, yeah. I want the knowledge that we have, and I want the knowledge that she has. But I want
it's a good combo,
right? It is a good
combo.
Having
the frost or the
Five Guys with fries.
French fries.
Five Guys burgers and fries. Bethany's very concerned. You're in a new room. He's outside, Beth.
Yeah,
when it's this setup, he's outside. It's not that hot.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Let's read our stupid fucking shit. Get out of here. I'm gonna move tonight. Let me explain to you why. Because I realized that without provocation, someone close to me who I love can say something just the wrong way, and I tie everything into it. I tie it all into it, and I'm like, in your
Cheerios, Timmy.
Oh, you want to go?
No. Come on.
I'm like, you want to go? Let's burn it all down. I'll kill myself to prove a point. I'll do 3 to 5 in Rikers to prove a point. Stupid thinking, right? So like, I just realized tonight that I still have that ability to be a lunatic. Thanks.
You're so human. Wow.
But like, I have to pay for that here soon here. But like, life's life. Life sucks. Let's read just for tomorrow.
Let's go. I don't know what comes in, but I couldn't care.
In closing here on Talkin' Trash Podcast, we read an NA traditional reading called...
Stop.
Go.
Alana Ferguson says, I'm really at the end of my rope. I don't want to hurt myself. I'm just tired of living this way. It's not living with quality of life. Okay, so we... I saw that. That's something. So we paused. We pumped the brakes. This is an addiction recovery podcast.
Yes.
We deal with mental health. We deal with suicide. And we deal with self-harm. Addiction is self-harm. So Alana, honey, there is so much support at your fingertips.
I just sent her a friend request. So
okay, so let's not take things too far, Jimmy. Where you get
I know, but it's okay. But you're not alone. And I get right. Don't be silly, man. What I'm saying is, like, you're not alone.
As long as it's in the USA, it's fine.
Right. Exactly. You can get away with whatever you want. Listen, Alana,
I don't understand her circumstances, but I understand pain, suffering, loneliness, anger. Like, it's part of addiction, unfortunately.
What hits me is quality of life. I see those words, right? Like, a lot of us think, like, I know when I first got sober, very first one, I'm like, holy shit, I feel terrible. Is this how it's going to be forever? And like, we reside to that thinking that we're never going to feel as good as we could. And listen, Alana, don't go anywhere. Bethany, all our girls are going to jump all over you and take care of you. But if anybody ever needed anything, we will stop everything and help you. Just don't ever hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself unless you can convince me it's a good idea. If you can do that, I'll let you. I'll still call the cops.
This too will pass, as they say.
Absolutely.
It's just words, but it's true.
Hurting yourself is easy. Living is hard. Take a look in the mirror and reflect. Edit, improve. So listen, there's 1,000 comments here tonight. We're nobodies. We're humbled to be able to host this, but this isn't us, and this isn't Tim Snyder. Tim Snyder's a fucking idiot. He destroys everything. He's a loudmouth, but he's very artistic, and he can run this shit. So you guys keep me in check. Elizabeth keeps me in check. My daughters keep me in check, but I'm still a fucking lunatic addict, and that is what makes me good at this. I have a brother-in-law that fucking will not stop. Like, it's crazy. This is self-inflicted pain. I don't have to do this. I don't have to put myself on a screen twice a week to get ridiculed, but I do it because I don't give a fuck, right? And I love addicts because most people don't. So there's a need. I saw it. I jumped in. We're all here to talk and listen. Tammy, I'll let you know the time tomorrow. Jimmy, can you make that meeting tomorrow with Rock Bottom Revival?
Time.
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know. I'm so terrible at everything.
Send me a request.
All right, we'll talk after. And that is it. So just for today, we just
kind of did.
And then we'll go right to this. Yep, I know. Trust me. It's a whole new Tim.
Oh dear.
Hold on. Gotta go back. Yeah, just for today. Do it.
Dizzle.
Before we got clean, just for today.
You're gonna like this one.
Before we got clean, most of our actions were guided by its impulses. Today, we're not locked into this type of thinking. Basic text, page 90. Life is a series of decisions, actions, and consequences. When we are using our decisions, we're usually driven by our disease, resulting in self-destructive actions and dire consequences. We came to see that decision making is a rigged game. We should play as little as possible. Given that many of us have great difficulty learning to make decisions in recovery, slowly by working the 12 steps, we gain.
Watch this.
Practice in making healthy decisions, ones that give positive results. Where our disease once affected our will and our lives, we ask our higher power to care for us. We inventory our values and our actions, check our findings.
Here we go.
With someone we trust. Ask that God of our understanding to remove our shortcomings. And working the steps, we gain freedom from the influence of our disease. And we learn principles of decision making that can guide us in all our affairs. We skip ahead.
So there was like 19 more fucking pages. I was like, we're done.
Jesus.
God,
good. Make God decisions. Make good decisions. Tomorrow you can go back to driving fast and taking chances. Come on.
Oh yeah, come on now.
There it is. Decision making. We are fucking terrible at that, aren't we, boys? All right, just for today. This is episode 234. Thank you, Elizabeth, for coming on. If you're an addict, do not gamble. Trust me, you're not going to be good at it. And if you are, let me know how you do it. AA meeting finder. You get your phone out. Early recovery. You're going to have a phone in your hand. And phones usually fill the gap of boredom. So, don't scroll people's fucking pages. Use it for good. AA finder, NA meeting search. We don't support the programs or endorse them, but we 100% go if you're an addict. If you have your phone, count your days. Why not? What the hell? Mental health 988. Don't do it. Don't kill yourself because that's unreversible. And if you're in like a emergency situation, that's a 911. Wednesday, I don't think we have anybody important coming on Wednesday.
Oh, we certainly do. We have Bethany Bowser returning on Wednesday. So
there you have it. All right. What? Anything else? I feel like there's something else we should be.
That should do it.
I think we're good. Boys. What wisdom? Leave me with something.
Well, you got the wisdom. Go with it.
Yeah, I should I need to start preparing like you.
Matt Sandberg. What do you mean? No. I'll put you here. I'm going to ask you a direct question.
Okay.
Will, do you believe? Is there a God?
Yeah, there's a source.
Gotcha. Very good.
Ooh.
I like that. Yes, Angie, I get it. I'm talking to the other addicts, not you. And that's Matt Sandberg here. Matt Sandberg is Northern Arizona SLA recovery page. We'll see him soon. Way to go, Matt. Cool. That's you. Yep. Yeah. You're nothing important, Bethany. Don't worry. We'll keep you right down where you need to be. No, she's better than us. Alana, I'm not going to hurt myself. I have a great granddaughter on the way. We need to spoil her. I'll be 72 in October. That girl.
Good girl.
Hey, you know what? I got one for you. You know what? You can either shit in the sink or sink in the shit. Let that shit sink in.
Oh, that's deep.
What is that? Wait. Hold on a second. I gotta stop the fucking show again. What was that?
I said you can take a shit in the sink or sink in the shit. Let that shit sink in.
Oh my God. Jimmy, did you hear that shit? You can take a shit in the sink.
Or
let the shit sink in.
Let the shit sink in. And what's the last little beauty part? What is that last one?
I don't think you
let
had
that shit sink in. I don't know.
Let that shit sink in.
Just record it. You just play it back.
I'll go back.
You're gonna watch it 1,000 times anyway before you put it.
Hopefully, fucking not. And that being said, I watched 232. Not 1,000, but 4 days straight. I watched that goddamn episode for 4 days straight. Could not. And you know what? You know what was keeping it from publishing?
Jimmy.
For he's a jolly good fellow.
Well, okay.
He's a jolly good.
Well, then don't do that.
Well, I didn't, Jimmy. Of all,
it was a lesson.
Linda.
Listen.
Broke a lot of. How do you find? We're live on Wednesdays and Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern time, and you can follow us. Go to our website, go to trash-podcast.com, and just start clicking on shit. Once we get in your shit, you're not gonna be able to get rid of us. But go to our website.
Let that shit sink in.
Trash. Trash-podcast.com. We're on every social media, every thing. But you're not alone. I'm glad you found us. I love seeing it.
And you can email Timmy and Jimmy.
Yeah, or Will never checks in.
I don't even know the password.
Yeah,
I don't even know where to go to sign in.
I'll send you the links 10 more times. We won't do it. I answer Will's emails.
I have a computer just for that.
I have another email box now, my 9th, and it's Will's email, and he gets more fan mail than anybody on this show.
I know.
Anybody,
not even close. One piece of it.
Because
what'd you call me?
I just realized that it's piling up. I look at a mailbox, I get alerts. Mail's being unread. It's going to be deleted. I had to go on. Will had like 15 genuinely
forwarding them to me.
Good message. I will. I want you to enter your own email address and read your own fucking emails. That's what I want you to do. I'm not forwarding you anything. So anyway, I will send you the step-by-step again. But yeah, like Will get like people. I'm on like the 4th email. I'm like, I can't do this. He makes me sick. I run a fucking podcast and there's an email address people are emailing that's not getting looked at. So I have no choice but to play damage control for Will as usual. And yep, I got to the 4th email and I was like, everybody loves Will. I hate him. I don't hate him. James, lonely, Mr. Kids and daughter. Listen, I want to send everybody money, like $20. Everybody just send me an email and just tell me I'll send you some money. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. We'll see you on